Joe Shoop, are you there?
There you go. I'm not on the host code, so yes.
Okay, I just found you. Got it.
That's it.
I'm on it.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. And hey, Joe, I do think we should address this thing with the TV and the conversation we had. So let me just address that real quick. And I'm not sure where we're going, and we've had a few requests to stay every Tuesday with a call-in, dial-in conference. Let's talk line. Everything's being converted to TV now, and Joe can tell you a little bit about it and when it's happening and so on. And we're talking about are we going to integrate this into that system? And the answer to that is I don't know yet. So as of now, we're still going to stay here until we make that decision. So right now, we can call in on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and have the Breakfast Club like this. And as we see how the TV is going and whether we're going to integrate that, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. People are asking me and wondering that. So if you want to go and a little bit about that, Joe, that's fine. And in the meantime, well, let me just ask you that. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Joe, and the TV? And
yeah, we could touch on that. I just spoke with Maximilian Williams this morning. As everyone knows, he actually launched KB Success University about 3 weeks ago in limited format, as he has been integrating more and more aspects to it and functions. They did have a deadline of the 15th of January for complete and full functionality, including having the ability to register an account or actually enroll in the university and subscribe to the service, which is $19.95 a month. But that has not happened yet. But his comment to me this morning was that it will be fully functional tomorrow morning when people awaken and go to Karatbars Success University or KB Success University. Either URL works. You will be able to subscribe to the service. You will be able to start enrolling in the trainings and have full and complete access to KB TV, which is a streaming online television network, which will initially have 2 channels, but they will add channels to that going forward, and that is the function or the portal that the live events are being strongly encouraged to integrate with by corporate. Karatbars International owns that system, owns the site, and they have contracted with Maximilian Williams to be the administrator of it and to manage it. But it is a company asset. They own it. Karatbars owns it. Maximilian does not own it. He's just the administrator. But what they're wanting to do, there's just to keep a uniformity and a consistent message going out. They want everything to be integrated in there over time. And I think that is a good idea. I know that will prevent a lot of periphery wild hair groups from going out and saying things and doing things that are outside of the boundaries of what's permissible. The one thing that I fully have enjoyed and have observed since the onset of the Breakfast Club is the good, accurate, factual information and the teaching and the trainings. When I think that, Joe, we all, Boomer, Dr. Denis, myself, and all the other contributors to the Breakfast Club need to kind of see the streaming television network, see it work, see the features, functionality, see if it is something that we want to integrate with. And so we Joe Shoop, you'll make the final decision on that, but. That's where we are with everything, right, as it stands right now. We'll just continue to move forward. I don't know if you were wanting to do a Breakfast Club every Tuesday and Thursday, Joe, but that's what we've done.
Probably not. We'll probably at least look at it one day a week, and that would be good. And that brings up the topic. I had a discussion with Dr. Denis today about, what was the purpose and what do we want to accomplish on the Breakfast Club. And I think that we need to remember this. And this format originally, many years ago, was for people, like-minded entrepreneurs, like-minded people to come together to discuss money-making strategies. And, of course, as you know, we took the Breakfast Club and without incorporating other companies, which we did in the past many years ago, we decided that KB would be the place for the Breakfast Club. So, and that's what we would always talk about here, and not about people who were in other companies or conventional businesses and what kind of strategies and so on. We were helping each other for a long time with different things. So, when Denis asked me, what's the purpose, I said, well, that was the purpose originally, but what I like to do on a beginning of the week kind of a call is to be able to come in, open up the call, and I don't mean leave the call open, but at least open it up for questions and discussions about moving your business forward. There's only a couple of things you can do to move your business forward, and the main thing is to announce your business to people, whether it's for the product or for the opportunity. You have to tell people that you are in business, and that is always the direction that I had hoped for with the Breakfast Club. Where are we going during the week? What does your week look like? Not that we were the bosses or supervisors of anything, but to help people just get started, to get their week started by saying, okay, what are you going to do this week? What is your plan for the week? What are you going to make calls? And it wasn't like, let's check in and give a report, but if it helped people by having a discussion on what would they do, what plan do they have, and do you have any questions? If you were going to go visit some businesses and try to see if you had interested parties in a business carrying our product, what would you do or say? If you're going to call the people you know or look for people that may be interested, what would you say? And what is your plan for the week? How many people are you really going to call and establish that dialogue with and find interested parties? And that's what it always was, Joe. So I think that format of starting the week off, we can have updates. You'll get those on TV, but if the Breakfast Club did keep up like that, that would be the direction I would see it going, and saying, how's your week going? We're getting started now. What's your plan for the week? And not that you have to answer that on a call. It's just that you have to answer that to yourself. Start your week. Write down your plan. How many calls? How many days are you going to work? What are you going to do? What market are you going to attack this week? And how many people are you going to actually make contact with, which, again, we know that you can't control the result. You can only control the activity. So what's your activity? Answer that for yourself. We're in a business where it's very difficult to motivate yourself sometimes to get to work. And that was the purpose, was to get people together to talk, to motivate them to action. So that's, if anybody wants to talk about that today, like, what are you doing and what is your plan for the week? Have you done that for yourself? Are you going to bring in one person?
That is a great point. That is, I really started working with people and helping them make a game plan. Without a game plan, just, Joe, hey, you're a professional athlete. If the coach doesn't have a game plan, how are these going to have any direction to help the team be an efficient unit? Correct?
Well, you know what? I like sports analogies because that's what I know, and it would be like, hey, Boomer, can I join your team and have a uniform? Okay, well, why do you want to join our team? Well, I'd like to join your team so I can just have a better view from the bench, and I'm really not going to get out there and do anything. I just want a uniform and say I'm on the team and sit on the bench and watch. Are you ever going to hear that? No, you're never going to hear that, but you know what? That's what happens to most people. And what happens to them is they get in, and then all of a sudden they see, in order to make money, I actually have to speak to people. And that's when paralysis sets in, because not that they're not capable, it's just that they're not confident in the information that they're going to have to project and portray to other people. They don't have confidence. Mm-hmm. And I think that more than anything, Joe Shoop, Dr. Denis, and Boomer, what I have observed, the Breakfast Club has had a real role to play in teaching people the vocabulary, teaching people the techniques. What do you say? I really have to say this, and this is going to shock a lot of people. So fasten your seatbelt. But even myself, I've been involved probably as longer than anyone with this, even when clear back to when it was KB Edelmetall, and then KB Vision, now Karatbars. I've been through it all. We all have. I still fully don't realize the magnitude of what I have my hands on. I got some information this morning of some things that are happening with this company that just, I was stunned. Do you guys realize that we are in negotiations with professional sports teams? I can't tell you who. We're in negotiations with one of the major airlines. We're in negotiations with three of the most incredible Hollywood stars to do custom branded Karatbars for them with their picture on it. You know, there are people out there that aren't batting an eye about pre-ordering and paying for 3,000 Karatbars and supplying the artwork. You know, we've been thinking, ooh, man, 3,000 Karatbars, and that's they're worth $75.13. 75 times 3, 1, 2, 3. That's $250,000. But there are three celebrities that I know of right now that are getting closer and closer and closer to actually writing the check. We have tomorrow, and he may be on the call. Let me scroll down here. Well, doesn't matter. Tomorrow, one of our affiliates is meeting with Alabama Crimson Tide University to do a commemorative Karatbar to commemorate the national championship they just won in football. We fully expect to get that account as well. And I'm telling you guys, Maximilian, his presence and arrival has done nothing but open our eyes to bigger. We've been thinking way too small, guys. I mean, way too small. And just to give you an indication, you know, whether you're Catholic or not is irrelevant. The fact that we have a licensing agreement with the Vatican, what does that say for the credibility of this company? We are going to have deals with Fortune 500 companies. We're going to have deals with major league sports businesses and sports teams. We're going to have deals with Division I major college. It's going to go on and on and on. So I really have to check myself and really come to grips with the glasses that I've seen this through have been far too small. There are people that are getting involved that are looking at this with a totally different set of eyeglasses that see what we don't see, that are doing what no one has done yet. And I'm just very humbled and honored to have a small part in this thing. And so I guess that's what I wanted to share. And I guess, Joe, if we want, we can open the line for questions if anybody has any.
Yeah, let's just open the lines and any questions. And
I would like to put along those lines, you see, recognizing the scope of what we're involved in is key and critical. It's key and critical. And then having a game plan to do that, you're right, Joe Shoop, and you're right, Joe Norman. Without a game plan, you're going to find your brain, if it isn't trained to do something, is going to find every reason to avoid the 300-pound telephone or whatever. You got to train it for success. And that's what all the Breakfast Club has been, and all the training that we're going to have in Karatbars University, man. It's all geared to build a better you. Not just a business, but to enhance you with success training on top of that. You know, if you want to do something, you got to know why you're doing it. You've got to identify, and you've got to help others identify their goals. Not what they want, not what you want for them. You got to identify when you're going to work your plan, and you got to put it in a fashion on the calendar to know where your slots of times are in order to do this if you're doing something other than Karatbars full time. You got to identify the challenges you're going to have to overcome. Do you have special needs kids? Do you have a challenging work schedule? Do you have parents that are older? Do you have a wedding, a baby, a house move? You got financial difficulties. You got to understand what kind of obstacles you're going to have to work through and have a game plan to overcome those. You're going to have to draft an all-star team. You're going to draft some pitchers, some catchers, some infielders, some outfielders. You can put it in terms of any type of sports, but you're going to have to draft people with some other skills to match up. Not every bird, can't teach every bird to be a frog or a frog to be a bird. Utilize the strengths of those. Know your tools. If you still got old stuff in your mantra about KB Vision or KB Gold, you got to change it, man. We got to switch it up. Got to get with the program. We are branding a household name that's going to be like Q-tips.
Boomer, let me share something.
Yeah.
There was a manager of a high school basketball team. His name's Jason McElwain, and he had severe autism. But he was the manager. The coach let him be the manager, and he was the manager from day one of their training camp right up to the end of training camp and into the first game and the second game, and just being at every practice, being at every function. He was around winners. This is a winning coach, a winning team, and he was just so blown away, and it impacted him in such a positive way. He started asking the coach, can I start dressing for games? And the coach finally, towards the end of this, yeah, sure, you can. Well, he then started shooting around in practice. They saw this kid can shoot. He's got autism, he can't follow the team concept, and the plays and stuff, but this kid can shoot. And so they let him dress for games, and he continued to practice with the team. They get towards the end of the season, and they're way ahead of the team they're playing, and the coach decides to put Jason in the game. Well, he went down, and, of course, the first time the ball touched his hands, he just launched it, and it was an air ball. Next time he gets the ball, they throw it to him. He launches it, and it went in, and it was a three-pointer. The crowd erupts, and he's going down the floor with his hands up in the air. Yeah. Well, every time down the floor, they kept feeding him the ball, and in 4 minutes, he scored over 20 points.
Wow. Is that on a video?
It's on. If you go to YouTube and just type in the search J Mac MAC and then dash a hoop dream, you'll see the video. It makes me cry like a baby every time I see it. But here's the point that I'm trying to make telling this story. There are people that have been on our team since training camp that really haven't asked to go out in the game yet. And I know this, just by being around Joe Shoop, just by being around the Breakfast Club, Dr. Denis, and the list goes on and on. We've got some very talented contributors to the Breakfast Club that have been continuing to pump good information, confidence, and there will come a point, if you keep hanging around, where you'll have the confidence to ask, hey, put me in the game. And you know what? You might miss your first shot. You might get a no. So what? Keep shooting. Because you're going to hit it. And then all of a sudden, you'll see yourself 3 months down the road, you scored 20 points. and then you can't stop you. So just continue to show up for these live events, guys. This is where you get your coaching. This is where you get your confidence. And there will come a point in time where you'll have your shot. And when you do, take it. You will then, as the more you shoot, the higher percentage of the time you'll start making your shots, and your confidence will follow as you continue to get out there on the field to play, guys.
You're right, man.
Joe, any questions on the board there?
I don't see any. If anybody has any questions, you need to press 5-star. 5-star will raise your hand. I'll see that. Tom Richardson, you are first up. Fire away, Tom.
Oh, yes, and I wanted to bring that up. Thanks, Tom. Go ahead, and hopefully you're going to talk about and ask this question that we talked about yesterday, Tom, about the Team One website. So go right ahead, partner.
Oh, yeah. Joe, first of all, Joe Norman, with all these new things coming in, are we going to have silver cards this year?
I hope not.
Okay.
I'm not bullish at all on silver, and silver percent year to date. Last year, gold was up 12%. Gold outperformed silver 23% at the end of the day. Tom, it's all about ROI, right?
Yep. Well, we talked about it last year that it may come, but that's fine.
I hope it doesn't, because it's just going to muddy the water with another product. And silver's poor man's gold. And why have the lesser version when you can have the real thing at an affordable price? And I think, Tom, the most important thing is that we brand Karatbars. Karatbars are gold, 1 gram units, and those are what we need to brand. I really see what Harold's doing, and I really agree with it totally and completely. And, before we come out with Coke Light, we got to brand Coke.
That's correct. Joe, let's move on. My next question is, I've been helping people getting set up in their Team One websites, and I'm having some difficulty following the standard procedure of registering them. And I talked to Joe Shoop about it yesterday, and we're going to get together later today and get the problem resolved. But is there another script that is out there that we can use so we can eliminate some of these starts and stops in registering people for the Team One website? Because it is their marketing tool.
Yeah, but it's
so, Joe, I guess the question is Team One website going to continue?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's totally and completely antiquated, and it has been. I've stopped using it and even speaking of it for the last two plus months, and I'm not going to expose anyone to something that is not correct. And it's so antiquated with old information, old graphics, old everything.
So what do we do about it, Joe? Is it going to change?
Yeah, they're going to completely revamp it.
My suggestion then, based on that information, is to just hold off on the Team One website. And now, use the things that's being integrated now, and I think we just, not that you can't have one, but I think Joe's right. It's antiquated and it's going to be updated. So I guess
okay, I agree to that, because all it is creating more frustration when you're trying to register someone new after coming through a KB registration and then putting that on them. That's a procedure I was using because we were taught that. So at least you've answered the question, and we'll put it on standby.
Well, just about every Saturday morning over the last couple of months, we've been teaching totally different approaches, Tom. And the people that are following those approaches have current relevant information and videos, and there's no confusion. And in fact, we've even created a much, much simpler way to present this. And that is, I don't know if anybody has visited Karatbarstv.com, but you'll see at the front landing page of that is just got one video and 1 2-minute audio, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's where we're sending people. And it says if you want more information, click on the video gallery, and then they'll see a complete webinar that we recorded a week ago yesterday, that in 20 minutes gives them every detail of the program, all relevant, all factual, all up to date.
Joe, I've been trying to narrow down the information that I put out on our Team One directory. I send it out to everybody in our team, and I emphasize that they need to keep reviewing the Karatbars TV, Karatbars Info, and Karatbars Intro. And those are the three I've been using a lot. And I'm trying to limit the learning load, so to speak, so people don't get discouraged. They take them one at a time and go through them and become familiar with them. They can get a better handle on how they're going to run their business, what's available to them, and it just makes for an easier communication all the way around. I communicate with our people just about every day something, and give them encouragement, give them some sort of tips, and an introduction to this business. I tell them to get the 2-minute recording on their cell phone. And that takes a lot of fear away from picking up the phone, so to speak. All you're doing is asking someone if they have a couple minutes time to listen to the 2-minute recording. And that gets them started. That gives them confidence, and that gives them the ability to pick up the phone and talk to anybody, because all they're doing is offering them an opportunity. They're not selling them anything. They're just showing them an opportunity, like saying, hey, I saw a good movie the other night. You ought to go take a look at it. And bringing it to them as simple as we can and as convenient as we can for anybody in this industry, because you don't need a college degree, an MBA, a PhD. It's available to anybody, and they can take this business and run with it and create financial stability and a retirement for themselves and their family.
Exactly, Tom.
That's my story for today.
Great story, man. We are working. Last night I did a meeting here down in San Diego, and I think Rochelle is in your line, isn't she? Tom? Hello?
Don't know what happened to Tom. He's
Okay.
still unmuted. Oh, he muted himself. Okay.
Okay. What was the question, Boomer? Who are you asking about?
Tom Richardson.
Yeah,
you
said
you never know where things are going to go. You got to give yourself the chance to win. There's a chain of events that has led to all of us, from people that got in before us to people that got in after we got in. But if you don't open the door and ask, you give yourself you're butting your head against the closed door. Give yourself a chance to win and offer the cookie. Open up that door and find out and go sniff. Let them give a chance to sniff around the room and come back in and say, I want my own door. And they can get in and a chance to win. There's a prime example. Rochelle's and Denis and David Grayson here in San Diego with an insurance company. They are highly fired up. Now, I didn't know them, and I didn't know the people that brought them in, and I didn't know the people that brought them in, or the ones that brought them in. I don't know how many people are between us, but they reached out. Why? Because they want to win. You're not going to keep a winner out of this business. If they want to win, they're going to win. They're duplicating. They're putting me in front of people to help them with the plans. They're doing their own plans, and we have a big meeting here in San Diego in March, I think it's 7th. And they've rented a room for 200. They're filling it up. We're going to rock the cradle down here in San Diego with simplicity and duplication. We're going to make it in a fashion that leads the brain to take the next step and not to expect fear. And I'll tell you what, right now, man, we are on the advent of a massive power growth curve. And if you're not up to date on what we're doing, then get up to date on what we're doing. The first thing you should do is plug into a Saturday morning training. Why? Because that's exactly what your new people are going to do. And everybody should be on that. It's at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Karatbarswebinar.info. And use the call-in line 605-475-4333. And the PIN number 641-077#. And listen in. You can find that on Schedule of Events. That is the number one thing you should do. If you're having any challenges on what to do next, that's what you need to do next.
Hey, Boomer, were you asking if Rochelle was with Tom? Is that what you were asking?
Is she?
No. Rochelle is. I'm sorry. Rochelle is under Tom. That is correct.
Yeah.
It's.
You never know, right?
Is the sponsor? Yes, that's correct.
Right. You never know.
If I can step in, she's going gangbusters. The other thing, Boomer, Joe Norman, and Joe Shoop, I've also sent out the live event schedule. I printed it out and sent it in an email to everybody so that they ask them to print it out and put it somewhere where they can look at it. And everybody doesn't work this business 7 days a week like some of us. But they can pick out the days that they want to work with it, and then in the off days they can go into that schedule, that live event schedule, anytime during the week, Monday through Saturday, and they can pick out what they want to get involved in. So it's narrowing it down for them, because sometimes people who get into this business, they get so many URLs to get to or try to get into, and they forget how to get in, and so I just narrowed it down to 3 important ones, and then I sent out the live event schedule, asked them to print it out, or at least be able to know where to go to it. And then they have their whole week set up, and that's the beginning of setting up for the next one. So that's my addition. That's my addition to my story for today.
Good point, Tom.
Thank you for your help and your exuberance and the ability to make a difference in this world. Everybody can do that, but they got to get out there and get to work.
Right.
I would like to throw something out into the mix this morning. I've been Boomer, you and I have been looking for ways to get leads. And I have one of my mentors, he lives in Hawaii, sent me something, and I thought, this is crazy. I'm going to try it. And basically what he says is that people that actually spam you or email you their opportunity, you know, for years I just delete, don't even read them. He says, don't do that. That's a lead. I said, okay, I'll read on, and he click their link, fill out the autoresponder, or just reply to their email and let them know that you're interested in their opportunity, and ask them to call you. And when they do, just ask them, what are you doing professionally? How long have you been doing that? What is it that appealed to them about their opportunity that you sent me? And why did you join? Get their why and ask, how's it going for you so far? How many people have you enrolled? How many total are in your group? Got all these questions written out. Are you making all the money that you want? Most people say, well, not yet. And then just shift gears. Hey, are you open to adding another product line to your business? Boomer, you and I talked to someone in Spokane about that, didn't we? And what did he say? He said, yeah. And we told him, hey, everything with our opportunities is fully funded. We don't need a penny from you. We just need new locations. We simply need to establish a new location in your area, and we thought you might be the right person. Are you open to learning more? And if they say yes, send them to KaratbarsTV.com. And if you like what you see, give us a call. We can discuss the possibilities. Fair enough? And you know what, guys? This works. This work. Will it work on all of them? No, of course not. But these are leads. Every time someone sends you something, this is a lead. Because most of those people don't really have a clue what they're doing. They're just spamming people, hoping that, you know, hey, if I throw enough mud on the wall, maybe something will stick. You know, people that send out blind emails like that are not, let's just say they're not polished professionals. They're taking the low road, and the low road is the easiest thing to do to reach somebody, send them an email. The hardest thing to do is pick up a phone and call them. But as you know, the fortune's in the follow-up. You cannot replace a telephone. And just wanted to share that little technique, guys. You know, don't, you know, and I know sometimes some of them might have some, you know, questionable content, but what, you know, I'll just let you be the judge of that. But, you know, I thought that was a brilliant little lead generation concept that Mark shared with us. So, for what it's worth. Back to you, Joe. Joe Shoop? Did we lose Joe Shoop? Did we lose Boomer?
I'm here.
Okay.
Sounds great, Joe.
Okay, well, we have a question from Deanna Kennedy. Deanna Kennedy, you are unlocked. Your line is unmuted. Fire away, Deanna. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
We can. Loud
Yep, loud and clear.
Oh, good, good, good. I was just going to pipe up and say that Rochelle is in Tom Richardson's group, but of course he's already answered that. But Tom, am I not lucky to have Tom in my group? Are we not lucky to have him in this whole group? He is wonderful. He's been reaching out to Rochelle for months, and that's just the kind of business person that Tom is. I am just so impressed all the time, and I've known Tom for years and years, but I never cease to be impressed with him. I just wanted to say
Deanna,
that.
There's another example of you had a very talented person sitting on the bench, but they were on a team, a winning. Finally, the influence of that coach finally spilled over enough to motivate them to actually get up off the bench. They went out there, took a shot, scored, and all of a sudden they scored 20 points. You know,
yes, absolutely. Well, Tom scooped her right up into our group and just kept communicating with her. And by the way, he was a coach. I don't know if he's told you that, but he was a high school coach, and he played sports himself when he was in school and in high school.
Wow.
He knows how to do it.
Well, there you go. There's proof positive right there. Well, thank you for that contribution, Deanna.
Absolutely.
All right, got one. Hey, we got a new caller here. We've got unmute your line. Your phone number ends with 4572. Who's our new Breakfast Club member, and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Robert, and I'm calling from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm actually not new. I've been on a few calls, but I got a quick question here. I'm looking forward to presenting this as a 401k to businesses. Is that template out yet, or I know they were working on trying to...
Well, first of all, Robert, you cannot present this as a 401k. This is not a 401k.
Well, yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, you'll be presenting this to businesses as an alternative to a private retirement plan.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Good word.
Yeah.
Right.
Very is very important.
Exactly.
Saying the right things. You know, I've always told my kids, you are where you are in life because of words you've spoken in your past. Your words either propel you forward or they hold you back or push you back. And if you got a trash mouth full of garbage and nothing positive to offer coming out of your mouth, then don't be surprised if you get nowhere in life.
Well, that's what these calls are all about, to learn how to, present.
Absolutely, Robert, and we really appreciate your participation and your contribution today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, 5-star. That will raise your hand. Any other questions? 5-star. Tom, again. Go ahead, Tom. You're unmuted, Tom. Richardson? Okay. I think we also lost Joe Shoop. I've got another new one here. Phone number ending in 4449. You're unmuted. Whose number?
Good morning, everybody. This is Tony and Camelia Corella calling from ice cold northern Wisconsin.
Okay, Tony.
Welcome, Ice Cold.
We just wanted to say thank you for all the information we're getting, and also a big kudos to Tom Richardson, who's been our mentor up here. And we're moving quite rapidly, and sometimes I think a little too rapidly. A lot of data to absorb. I'm very pleased to see the university come online and the consolidation of some of these websites, because it just very confusing. In fact, we were the ones that were trying to get a hold of Joe yesterday to get us online with the with our website, and I'm fine with canceling that out for right now. But and we're also we're also working on some people that we're bringing online that pretty interested. So good job. We're very excited. Amelia?
Fantastic. Yep. Great news, Tony. And Camellia, nice to have you both on board.
Definitely. Definitely. Hey, you know, guys, it's really simple. We get it. We introduce. We enroll. We activate. We start a monthly plan. If you can do 500, great. If you can't, do 200 in a demo card. If you can't, do 100 demo card. If you can't, do 50 and get a demo card. The reality is, it's that simple. It's not any harder than that. And then find your key 3 players on your front line that will duplicate that. Find those. No strategy, no nothing. Find your key 3. Then just think about duplicating that. That's how simple it is. Not any harder than that. Keep it that simple. And those key 3, they're core players. Where are you going to find out about core? KB University. Karatbars University is like mom. Karatbars.com is like dad. They're 2 separate entities. They work together like a family, right? And together, they create the synergy that's necessary to learn how to pay you money and how to tie your shoes.
There you go. Boom. Love it, Boomer. All right, got another question. Brand new Breakfast Club participant, and your phone number ends with 2117. 2117. Your name and your question, please. Phone number ends in 2117. Area code 386.
Can you hear me?
Yes, your name.
Hello?
Please. Yes.
Okay, my name is Cynthia T. I'm calling in reference to get information. I'm out here in Florida. I'm trying to get some information on your demo card. How is that basically used? Is it used through the banks, or how is it set up? I see logos and all that, but I don't know exactly the details.
All right, we'll be happy to answer that. What was your name?
Cynthia T.
Okay, I won't try to spell that. Okay. Well, welcome to the call. Oh, the demo card's just a regular Karatbar. It's just named a demo card because we had to name the menu items in your gold back office, in your Karatbars back office. If you mouse over merchant marketplace, you'll see buy gold. You click on that, and you'll see the menu of product offerings. But the Karatbar is a look. You've seen the pictures, and the 24 karat 9.9 gold ingot is embedded in there. And the reason they do that is because 24 karat gold is so soft. It's very easily damaged, which is why no coins are 999.9. Coins always have other alloys in it because they have to. And just about every other gold product out there on the market has other alloys in it because 24 karat is so rare. But they've embedded them in the card. They're heat sealed, and they have the LBMA certification on there, which means that it's always accepted as a debt settlement vehicle worldwide by banks and by merchants. It's recognized as a currency. And you can't say that for any other form of gold.
Okay. So it's just basically per card holds 1 karat bar. So you have a lot of cards, in other words.
Pardon me?
You have a lot of cards?
Well, each one is the spot price is $75 US 13 cents this morning. Are you opposed to having a stack of $75 bills?
Certainly.
You are opposed to that?
Well, basically, basically what I'm trying to do is learn the conversion of the euro dollar. Now, I see that you're basically going toward the euro dollar, so that means that our dollar has diminished to the extent. Could you give me some information on that?
Well, this call isn't the time or the place to give you a tutorial on currency conversions, but you just need to find a good website that does that.
Here it is, xkeys.com. The letter X, the letter E.com. It is the simplest one I've found yet. XE.com. And on the left, you can convert it every way around.
Right. And you just, when you see the spot price in euro, you just go to a site like that, convert it to U.S. dollars. I do that every morning. I saw in the back office the price of a Karatbars spot price this morning is 59.16 euro. I went to my currency conversion, converted it, 75.13. Easy peasy, nice and easy.
Okay. So basically what they're saying is the euro dollar is basically taking over the U.S. dollar. Is that, to make a long story short, that's what's happening?
I don't know about that. The euro is definitely not taking over. The euro is weakening, and the U.S. dollar is strengthening.
Right. Think of it as hamburgers.
Well, see, why I'm saying that is I noticed that you said in Karatbars, 100 euros. So I'm trying to get an understanding of that particular site there that you were speaking about.
Yeah, 100 euro will purchase just shy of 2 Karatbars. And it matters not that you have, say, you use 100 U.S. dollars or 100 euro, and you make a 100 euro purchase. That's going to give you about 1.85 grams. Even though you don't have a full gram, it all has a dollar value. 1.85 times 59.16 euro, or times 175.13. That's what your account's worth. And as gold prices go up, so does your account value. Why? Because you're leveraged to gold. You're not leveraged to fiat paper currency anymore.
Okay, that makes it plain. I understand. That's good. Okay, all right. I'll just keep studying. It's going to be a process. But
okay, well, just continue to read and watch the videos.
Yes.
And I'm sure your sponsor's helping you out as well. So anything that we can do to help, just let us know.
Okay. All right.
All right, bye-bye. I got another one, Sheldon, in Toronto. Fire away, Sheldon.
I was just wondering if they're going to have any kind of an opportunity to have a tour of the new KB Success University channels or anything of that nature, or if you guys are going to hold a webinar where you're going to take us through some of it and actually, like maybe go through a module or something like that to show us exactly what we're going to be getting. Because a lot of these systems, they allow you, a low, like a dollar for a month, or for the first month, or for the first 7 days, or stuff like that, just so that somebody can see what they're buying before they actually buy it.
Yep, that's coming.
Okay.
Maximilian will have that available. It'll actually be up tomorrow morning. I don't know about the tutorial, the training, but I'm sure we'll do a webinar, maybe as early as Thursday or Friday on it.
Okay, thank you.
Got another one from, I think Robert's got his hand raised again. And Robert, you're unmuted again. Go ahead, Robert.
It's me again. I guess I didn't get the answer to my question about is there a template to use for that, what I asked about before, showing it as an alternative to a 401k or a savings account or whatever?
Well, the template, we've got a PowerPoint presentation and sales book for that, if that's what you're referring to.
Okay, and that's a template to present it to businesses, you're saying?
Yes, for brick and mortar businesses. Yeah, just go to KaratbarsTV.com and click on the Tools tab. There it is.
All righty. Thank you much.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions? We're closing in on the top of the hour here. 5 stars, what you need to press on your keypad. 5-star will raise your hand. I'll see that on the control panel, and we'll unmute your line. 5-star. Questions? See no more questions. Boomer, if you want to close, go right ahead, my friend.
Sounds great. Today at noon, Lloyd Merrifield and I are doing a webcast. 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And the address is karatbarswebinar.info. And you can listen in at 605-475-4649. 4333, pin number 641077 pound. We do them every Tuesday, and we do them every Friday. We also have, look for the schedule of events. They can be seen on a variety of Karatbars sites, karatbarsinfo.com, karatbarstv.com, karatbarsintro.com. Now, we want to encourage you to not wait. Remember, we get paid to tell, not to be told. And with that comes opportunity. Give yourself a chance to win, and blessings on all of you.
All right. Thank you, Boomer. You guys all have a great day. See you at the top.